It's time for another live Ask Big Van show with me, your host, Big Van. Don't forget about social media producer Mazzani. We got Ryan in the back producing, Kenny Payne on sounds, Andrew on info, Zydus changing cameras, Nick, everybody on the crew. This special guest tonight, Aaron Downs in the house. What's up, Aaron?
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, don't forget, if you're going to share the show, if you're going to watch, share it. When you share it, we can tell that you shared and that you care. When you do share, our software shows us that you shared. So, be a sharer, because sharers are carers. Welcome to this live episode of the Ask Big Van show. What's up, everybody in the whole wide world? Welcome to this episode of Ask Big Van. We're so excited to have you be a part of our show. The crowd is just going crazy. Calm down, everybody. Just sit back down. Everybody just sit back down. We're going to have to get a camera on that live crowd that's watching, aren't we? But, yeah, with me as always, and you know it, is Mazzani Speaks. What's happening, Mazzani?
Hi, I was so excited. We did it so good. It was great this time.
Yeah, it was a good intro.
Yeah,
that was a great intro.
That was. It really
I don't know
was.
who's doing sounds. It must be that guy in the back, Kenny Payne. What's up, Kenny Payne? Let's see Kenny.
Hi.
I don't see Kenny yet. There's Kenny. See Kenny in the back there? Hey, Kenny. Notice, everybody, that we've put lights on Kenny this week because by popular demand, it was too dark in the room. They like
the rest of us.
Oh, no, I haven't
Just
gotten
Kenny?
to y'all.
Just Kenny?
Ryan obviously needs affirmation because I was going to get to Ryan.
That was easy.
I want to be important.
There's Ryan, producer Ryan, he's the glue, putting this all together. In the middle there is Andrew, Mr. Information. So if we have stats tonight, it's because of this guy. And in the house, guys, we have a special guest, Mr. 1980's himself. Look at this guy, Aaron Downs. He was going to be political mastermind, but then it felt like that was too controversial, so we switched to the 80s just because he's old like me. So, Aaron, how's it going, man?
Hey, it's going pretty good. Pretty good. Thanks for having me.
Tell everybody about yourself. What do they need to know about you?
Oh, well, I live in Stony Point. I'm a welder.
The metropolis.
I've been married to my wife, Deidre, for 30 years and
Nice.
have 2 children and a grandchild and
How
just
old are your
enjoying
kids?
life. My son's 27. My daughter's
Holy cow, he's
34.
already
I mean,
27.
24.
Oh, gosh.
24. 24. Hey, Zoe.
I can't believe they're that old already. Golly, I remember them being way young. You know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
course.
it goes by fast.
Yeah, of course, Sage is 28 and Kendall's 25. So yeah, so that's crazy.
Yep.
Didn't they go to school together? Our kids went to school together like years ago, way back in the day.
Yep.
Yeah, because I'm from the big town of Stony Point. Also, for those of you who don't know that, so go look it up. The birthplace of the Big Van. No, actually, it's not my birthplace. I was born in Jacksonville Beach, Florida. Anyways, if you're new to the
go
show,
Jags.
oh, thanks there, Kenny. If you're new to the show, if you just watched for the first time, if you want us to talk about something you want us to talk about, put it in the comments below. We are live right now, by the way, on YouTube, on Facebook, Twitter. What else are we at?
Twitch.
We're on Twitch.
Yep, that's it. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch.
Yep. So if you're watching on one of those platforms and you want us to talk about something that or if you got comments about what we talk about, just put it in the comments below. If they're appropriate and if we have time, even the comments, we'll pull them up and we'll see what you have to say and participate in the. See that how he did the sound effect? We'll pull them up. Do that again, Kenny. Anyhow, yeah, put them in the comments and we'll get to it. Mazzani, what do you say? We ready to get cranking on the first question there?
Yes. It's loud today. You hear that? Golly. Sheesh. Anyway, so this first question comes from Amy Pope, and I thought it fit because, you talked about where you're from. She wants to know for Van.
Holy cow.
I'm going to make you do some work and thinking. We had one class together in high school. What was it?
It was master class, right? I don't know. I don't remember. That was freaking 30 years ago.
Jump in there. Blue skidoo into your brain.
Well, let's see. So she's younger than me, so I would have been the class that I was behind in. But I don't think it would have been like an academics class because I wasn't. So maybe chorus or something. Tell us, Amy, you're killing me. Was it chorus? Is she gonna? I don't know, Amy. That's a hard question. Give us the answers below, or put the answer in below, and we'll come back to that in a little bit. And since that's not something we can really banter around, Mazzani, let's go to another one.
Yeah, I just thought I popped it in there because it would.
Yeah,
But
I don't remember.
Oh, but you were right. It's chorus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Hey,
it was chorus.
thank you very much. 30 years. I don't even remember the class. I just had to deduce with my great wisdom from all the classes at her age, and so there you go.
Wow.
Skadoosh.
Skadoosh. Not skadoosh, deduce.
Okay, let's do this one right here from.
Not like Kenny, drop it, deduce. Sorry,
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Are you ready for the next question?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Okay, so
This
one-
keeping us straight here.
this one comes from. Oh wow, it comes from Ryan Craigie. He wants to know, what are your thoughts on Calvin Ridley quitting the NFL to focus on his mental health?
Are you familiar with that story?
I am not.
Yeah, I am not either. So
We're
we're gonna have to now. We have to kick it over to Andrew,
Honestly, I
our
haven't,
informational
well, I haven't heard anything about this.
deliverer.
But, just pulling this up, Falcons wide receiver Calvin Ridley announced Sunday he had to step away from football at this time to focus on his mental health. Ridley missed his second game of the season Sunday to deal with a personal matter after also not traveling to London for the team's game against New York Jets on October 10th. He played against the Miami Dolphins last week. I don't know. Oh, let me read the tweet here. These past few weeks have been very challenging, and as much as I'd like to be on the field competing with my teammates, I need to step away from football at this time to focus on my mental well-being. This will help me to be the very best version of myself now and in the future. I want to thank my teammates, the entire Atlanta Falcons organization, our great fans, my friends, and my family for all their support during this time. So,
Yeah, that's interesting. My thoughts on that. My first thoughts on that. I have two instant. You know how thoughts come; they just come like a flicker. My first thought is that's good. Like if he's having some like mental health issues that would involve maybe some self-harm or some harming others, whatever. That's my first thought. Then my second thought was, unless he's not dealing with those kind of issues, which I don't know from what you've given me, I don't have these answers. But if he's not dealing with those kind of issues and he's just dealing with like this is hard, like life is hard type stuff, and he's kind of stepping away because maybe like the stress of practice or the stress of having a real job and all that stuff is hard, then I say, suck it up, right? Because like everybody's life is tough, so you're getting paid millions of dollars. Now that may not be the case, so back down. I'm not saying that's the case. Those are just my two thoughts I had right off the bat.
right.
One is if he's dealing with real, sincere mental health issues, right? But not everybody that has a hard time in life is dealing with mental health issues. Like, I know people that have these dogs that help them, and it's like, and you're thinking, why do they have a dog? Why are they walking in the middle of the store with a dog? Not everybody that has a dog is, I'm saying this, but I'm saying some people just take advantage of it just because they're having a hard time in life, and they think that they have mental health issues, when it's just the facts that life is hard sometimes. Does that make sense? What do you think about that?
Well, I think, if I'd like need to see his stats and, see how he was playing on the field, and if his game was starting to taper off a little bit, then he becomes at that point, sort of a liability to the team. So, I'd have to give him props for taking himself, stepping back away from it and letting someone else fill that position while he works on himself.
That's a good observation. Absolutely.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah, that's a very good observation. Again, I don't have much information, so before everybody starts, crucifying me for making these comments, I'm just telling you what my instant thoughts were based on the information I was given. So,
And also, I like to say, if your mind's not right, you need to take the time and get your mind right.
Yeah.
Because that's how you evolve, how you become a better person. So
Yeah, and what do you think about my statement about just because stuff is tough? A lot of people, especially I notice this in this era, when times are tough or situations are unpleasant or uncomfortable, a lot of times people will will run from that situation. Instead of, it's kind of like I always talk to my kids about taking the path of least resistance, you know. And I see that so much nowadays. People take the path of least resistance. Your job is tough. Your boss is telling you to do something you don't want to do, and you're like, oh, I don't want to do that, so I'm going to quit. You know, you don't have a job to go to. You just quit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so that's I see that a lot. People just taking the path of least resistance instead of sucking it up and accepting the challenge and overcoming the challenge. And then that's what builds self-worth. You know, that's what builds self admiration and all that stuff, you know, self-confidence.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that, you know, along the way, you know, in like the last 100 years, you know, we've sort of lost that. You know,
Yeah.
you look at the guys that went through the Great Depression, you know, and what I mean, these guys had to, these are guys that knew how to take milk and flour and eggs and, you know, make biscuits and things like that, you know, and you get all the way to today, and no one even hardly knows that part of it. And it's, oh, you want a biscuit? You go buy the little tube. You know, the biggest threat there is being out of the way if it blows up in your hand.
Buy it at McDonald's.
Yeah, McDonald's.
Yeah.
And so I think in a way,
Absolutely.
especially if you grow up in this country, you know, we've gotten a little softer along the way, and where back in the old day, you know, it's just grin and bear it and do what you got to do to get ahead. You know, now there's a lot of people that think that, you know, they don't necessarily need to be doing all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that some people are doing a great job now, and some people are running from the task. And again, let me encourage you, if you're watching this and you're running from the task, and overcoming the challenge is what gives you self-confidence. Self-confidence is built in seeing your own successes. And so I encourage you, stop running from hardships and overcome hardships, and your life will change. Everything will change about your life.
If I could offer one little piece of information here.
Okay, our informational guru has obtained some more information.
Yeah, so I actually remember this back in the day. It was probably a couple years ago. Dak Prescott, the Cowboys quarterback, he actually stepped away from the game for a little bit. I don't exactly remember what happened, but I think his brother had passed. Mm-hmm. And Skip Bayless, he said he was stepping away for mental reasons, personal reasons, just for a little bit. And Skip Bayless, he's a sports commentator, pretty much berated him for it, and then actually had to publicly apologize for it because, you know, come to find out, like, hey, his brother just passed. Like, that was a little insensitive. So obviously context matters in these, and we can speculate.
Absolutely. And I did give that disclaimer before I started.
You did, to your point. But I also just wanted to put my 2 cents in. I think in an internet generation, especially kids growing up with pressures that they've never had, like social media, things of that nature, like, maybe today's generation, definitely softer than the World War II generation, but there are new challenges that we face, and I don't think that we go about the best way of handling them, for sure.
I think that there are absolutely new challenges, for sure. So let's go to the next question, and then we might touch back on this in some of the later comments in the show. So what do you say, Mazan? You want to go on to another one? Something?
I've been ready. Shots have been fired at me the whole time.
What shots have been fired at you?
Just talk about us being soft in our generation.
Hey, look, if what's that saying?
Let me say, we started it. Okay, I think every generation is a product of the previous generation's success. So, you know, you guys don't rake yourself over the coals too bad, because it's not like my generation, you know, was the cream of the crop. Neither.
Yeah, well, what I want to point out is how nobody addressed Mazzani or was even thinking about Mazzani during the whole conversation. And when we finally go to Mazzani, she's over there sulking like we've been pointing her out. So what do they say about preachers when preachers are preaching and you stepping on toes or something like that? What is that?
I don't know. That was quality. I ain't even gonna lie. That was quality. That was good.
All right, let's do another question, Mazzani.
Yes, I like this one right here. It's my favorite question so far. This one comes from Tartiana Sudrith.
Hey, there's Tatiana.
Yes, she said there are some great mustaches on the show tonight.
Oh.
But who has the best one? Girl, you noticed I trimmed it up.
She mustache you a question. Oh, I think everybody in here's got a mustache except for Ms. Can I finish? Can I finish before you get offended? I didn't even finish the sentence and you got offended.
Let's go.
Mazzani, golly.
I do have a mustache.
No, you don't.
I do. I shave it.
Oh, you're ridiculous. No, I obviously let's go around and show mustaches, but not Aaron's yet. Let's show see my mustache. It's pretty nice in there. Ryan's got it going on. Andrew,
My little one.
mm-hmm. And Zaida, while we're getting this, give me the zoomed up shot.
Oh wait, I forgot about Zaida. You said everybody
No,
but
not
Mazzani.
Zaida, not Zaida, because she's not on camera. Zaida, give me up close on this mustache on this guy right here.
That is beautiful.
Can we get that?
I don't have a stash like that.
Who's
Bam!
Oh my god.
How you do it? Look at this guy.
So I'm guessing he wins.
Yeah, he definitely wins.
winner.
Well, there's a
Winner.
if I
who's the WB character with the red
Oh
mustache?
yeah. Yosemite Sam. Yeah.
That should have been your name.
Oh, Ryan, can we get that change from
Yeah.
80s Guru?
Of course.
Yosemite Sam.
Yosemite Sam stand-in. There you go.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
How do you get such a perfect mustache?
Well, it took probably about 3 years growing out. You know, I kept a mustache and a beard for several years. Then I shaved one time, and I looked like an ugly baby. And my wife was like, literally was like, "You need to get some more hair here."
Yeah, I did the same thing. I did the same thing. When I shaved.
I just, if I shaved, I'd look terrible.
I did the same thing. I shaved, and when I came out of the bathroom, Tracy looked at me. Oh, look here, Aaron Downs, Yosemite Sam stand-in. And Tracy looked at me. She scrunched up her face. She said, "I hate your face."
Yeah.
She literally did. So, but now she likes me a little more. So,
I think somebody came out with some kind of survey here a while back talking about, women and beard, no beard, mustache, no mustache. And I think the beard and the mustache to the women, presented a sense of security.
oh yeah,
And that kind of thing. So
yeah, but they don't. They want us to have it, but they don't want to kiss us with it on. Right? It's like
Story of my life.
Yeah, it's like Tracy's like, "I'm not kissing you with that squirrel on your face," and I'm like, "But then I'll shave it." She's like, "Don't you shave it?" So you have to pull it back.
You just got to get a weave on your face, and then you can take it off.
Yeah, get some kind. We need to invent a mustache beard parter so that you can kiss and then it comes back. Those things like the game that they put in you and it opens your teeth. So something like that. Well, that's a good idea. Trademark.
We just need to start kissing with different things. Like, give me a kiss right here with our ears.
What the heck?
That's an idea.
I'm just giving her ideas. We're brainstorming.
That's true.
They got Eskimo kisses. Ain't no hair on your nose, I don't think.
I saw I met a girl who had hair growing out of her nose one time. It was awkward. I was at the ski resort, and she was. This is a true story.
hair.
And she was a very attractive young lady on the ski resort.
Are you sure?
But when she got up close, I was like, "Whoa!" She had 4 or 5 sprigs, pretty long ones, sticking out the top of her nose right here.
Did you tell her?
She knew. She knew. I'm sure she knew.
No, she'd have pulled him if she knew.
Do you tell people if they have boogers in their nose in public? Okay.
Unless they're strangers. Whoa. And sometimes even a stranger I'll pull to the side and be like, "Hey, you gotta clean your nose."
Yeah, you're just helping somebody out.
Yeah. But a lot of times in business, especially business, when I first start a meeting, that's when you gotta say it when you first start the meeting. Because if you don't say anything and at the end of the meeting, it's too late. 30 seconds in, it's too late. You gotta be like, right, how's it going? Oh, dude, you get that, fix that right there. Because if you talk,
because part of it is please, if it's like me, if
I want
I'm
you to
doing
tell
it,
me.
please tell me.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, absolutely. Because if you go 2 or 3 or 5 minutes, it's too late. And by the end of the meeting, and then they go to the bathroom and see it, and they know you didn't tell them all the time, they can't trust you. Deal's off. Business deal's off.
That's true. Yes, that is true. I agree with
Yeah,
that.
you got to tell them right
It
away.
is extremely important, and I do value that immensely. I also think that if you tell them, like it's a good icebreaker. Like, oh, you have, your flies open. I tell
Yeah.
people that a lot, and they're like, my bad, sorry. And then that's how where I got that term. Let me close my mailbox. I think that's hilarious. But I'd never know that if I wouldn't have told somebody that. You know. Anyways, our next question.
Hey, real quick, a little housekeeping. Is it anybody noticed Mazzani's camera? Go back to Mazzani again. Does it not look real dark, like the lighting?
Dun, dun, dun. No.
Maybe we can. Should we try to affect that now or do it before next show? Okay. All right. Well, we'll have to get it later. We'll have to work on Mazzani. Remind me. We'll work on setting up some lights.
Kenny, did you hear that? He said her camera's dark.
But maybe we could actually. We'll mess
you
with
ain't
it.
black.
Me?
I'm so confused.
What is happening? That is not the right context for that.
It is time for the next question.
All right.
Okay. All right. This one comes from Sage Estes. He wants to know.
Let me greet them before you ask the question. I like talking to people.
I like turtles.
Hey, Sage. Thanks for watching the show, buddy. All right. There we go. I feel better now.
Would you like some cookie cookie?
Okay. So.
Go ahead.
So.
I'm not even allowed to smile.
So Sage wants to know: would you rather live without social media or televised entertainment?
Would I rather have basically social media or television?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I would rather have television. Yeah, I would rather have TV. I could do without the social media. Actually, social media has ruined our society, in my opinion.
Thanks.
But
My whole job here.
Ryan, it's your fault, Ryan.
I hate social media.
Congratulations.
No, I mean, for real. Like, the social media has made people stop communicating with each other. And, what it is like when you don't see somebody before social media, when you didn't see anybody for years and you thought about them, you're like, you know what? I'm going to call them up and schedule some time to go have some coffee with them or something like that. But nowadays, you just like, if you haven't seen anybody a couple of years, you're like, wonder what's going on with him. You just pull up his Facebook page, look and be like, oh, well, they went to the beach last week and they went to the family reunion last month. Oh, we're good. I don't need to catch up with them, So that's what I think. But either way, I'd rather just go home and watch TV than scroll through Facebook or whatever.
I'm going to have to agree there. And I'm going to come from, I guess, back in the 80s, except, when we didn't have social media. And there's a lot of things that you didn't have to, like, you had bullies, obviously, but you didn't have near the amount of bullies, because when you got a phone or a computer that's between you and
that's true.
The person you're down, and it's easy. And also, you can do it anonymously.
Keyboard
and
warrior,
stuff like
yeah.
that.
Yes, Facebook gangster.
Back in the day,
That's right.
Meet me outside. That's what you're supposed to play, Kenny.
How about that?
you told the kid, "I'll see you at 3 o'clock," and you had to be there.
Yeah.
Or you wasn't a very good bully. So
That's right. That's right. You were chicken if you didn't show up. Remember we'd meet out at the Burger King parking lot back in the day? Be like, that's right.
standoffs at the bus stop.
That's right.
What?
Meet me in the parking lot. Meet me where I grew up. I went to Alexander Central. Did you go, AC?
I went to the Fort Worth Independent School District in Texas.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, then there you go. But at AC, Alexander Central in Taylorsville, North Carolina, if you had a showdown with somebody, that's where it went, was the Burger King parking lot. The Burger King was right down the street from the school, and everybody would say, meet me at the Burger King. And there'd be freaking 300 kids
Oh, yeah,
there.
it was on. Yeah.
It was, It was a throwdown, that's for sure. So
I agree to disagree with
Yeah.
what you were saying about
Social
like
media?
well just about I mean I know I grew up definitely in a different age, still am growing up in a different age, but it's about a lot of the times I think social media is really great, but people use it in the wrong way. That's the main problem. That's actually what I'm researching in my in my research methods class for my major. That social media is great when you use it right, but most people that are just like my age are not using it for the right reasons or the right way.
Yeah.
So it becomes very toxic and it causes a lot of anxiety and depression with people. So it was mainly meant, when it was created, meant to be a form of, keeping up with friends and family. And now it has just become just a giant toxic environment. So,
yeah,
that's one thing I will say. Because of Facebook, I was able to connect with a lot of my Navy buddies, and we ended up having a 30-year reunion. I hadn't seen everybody since we were children,
Yeah.
Now we're all old guys. And
Yeah, I would say that's one of the benefits of social media, of course. Kids you went to junior high school with, you haven't seen or thought of since then. You see them on Facebook, and just it's cool to run into them. But, yeah, in moderation maybe.
Yeah, but I like TV too.
Mazzoni,
I wouldn't want to give it.
What's your answer, TV or social media?
TV, because I don't even be on social media all that much. I mean, TikTok, absolutely, but I could watch that pretty much on TV. Does it mean like TV, like it has to be broadcasted, or can I watch YouTube on TV?
YouTube, social media.
No.
That doesn't count, because you get what I'm saying. There's a gray area.
Yeah, if you're watching YouTube as it's filled your screen and you're not commenting in the comments below, then it's TV, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But if you're watching it and you're commenting in the comments below, then it's
YouTube is a form of social media.
Well,
agree to disagree.
Well, I like
It is.
I like the fail videos, and here lately I've gotten into battle simulators. Have you seen those? Man, these guys, they'll fight, and they're showing off the horsepower of their computers, but they'll say 60 zombies versus 10,000 World War
really?
II
I've seen
soldiers,
those.
or
Is that what that is?
yeah, 15 Captain Americas versus 60,000 zombies, or
Yeah.
how can you save the Hulk with, anyways, and they go through all these different scenarios, and it's a lot of fun to watch. Then the same guys also will do, battles of antiquity. When you talk about Spartans, Romans,
Yeah.
and all that way back in then. So it's
There's
pretty
like
cool.
one public adjuster versus 100,000 insurance adjusters.
There you go.
What the
You know what?
hell
You could
is
probably
even
get in
that?
there. You could probably get it, and they'd work it out. Just get your stats and get their stats and
The Jedi
let
Knights.
it play.
Social media.
They got
bullies
Jedi
versus-
Knights with Captain America fighting
really?
Iron Man. Yeah, it's all kinds of
awesome.
crazy
Yeah.
stuff.
I'm about to
Quick
download
little
it.
tidbit. The average person, according to topmediaadvertising.co.uk, so that's a reputable source, the average person in a week spends online 6 hours and 45 minutes, and broadcast TV only an hour and 54 minutes.
Give me the reputable source again.
Top media
Something
advertising.
.uk.co.
Top-
77 and a half.
Top media advertising.co.uk. It's a
Oh, yeah, I know
reputable
them.
source. Yeah.
It's Columbia.uk. .co is Columbia. Did y'all know that?
Really?
Yeah, it's the country of Columbia's .com version of the .com.
Really?
Yeah, but so many businesses, since they couldn't get .com, started around here buying .co. But
What's the stat again? Sorry, I was
specifically,
laughing.
it's .columbia.uk.
Yes.
Okay.
.uk. I'm not sure what that URL means, but
Okay, let's get another question.
Okay,
That's
you ready?
good, Kenny. You're doing a good job, buddy. That sounds great.
Okay, I kind of do want to know about this one. I'm kind of wondering. because I don't really know anything about this. But let's go ahead and click it. Let's see what happens.
Wonder who wrote the book of love?
No, sir. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm not smiling.
Will you stop?
A
So-
few moments later.
This one comes from Tyler Shuford. He wants to know, do you guys think we will end up in World War III with China? If so, do you think it'll be because we attack them or because they attack Taiwan? And unfortunately, America will have to get involved.
Wow. That's a good question, Tyler. Thanks for watching the show, by the
Yeah.
way. And no, we will not end up World War III with China. China will smack our bottoms. Nah, I'm just kidding. I still think America is the biggest boy on the block. I do think that China has way more soldiers, but they're a lot shorter than ours. So,
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Man.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Can't point out objective
I'm
fact,
joking.
Ben. Come on.
Shut the cameras down.
cameras.
I am not a part of this.
Cut the break.
I'm joking.
Well, let's look up the national average height. It's just a okay. I'm
All right.
I
It's a fact. Like, it's an objective truth. Can we not say stuff like that?
That's right. No. Bazinga. No. They do have more soldiers than we have Americans, but all of our Americans are armed, except for in New York and California. But I think if it come down to it, good old America would be able to hold their own in a all-out brawl with China. What do you think?
well,
Learn
number
Chinese.
one, for the actual question, will we ever be in World War III with China? I do not think so, because I think that economically we have us both exactly where we want us. And when I say that,
Yeah.
we keep buying all their stuff, and they keep buying all of our stocks.
Yeah.
So
we keep
Yeah.
giving them our money, and they keep
Yeah,
buying
so-
our property.
So if you look at it purely in an economic sense, it makes no sense for
Yeah.
either country to fight each other.
Yeah, except for natural resources, maybe.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
However, if we did, I think over the past 5 years, China's been building like 6 to 8 assault carriers a year.
wow.
And what an assault carrier means one thing: land invasion.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that's where your Marines and your helicopters and things like that go. Which makes me think, and they
landed somewhere.
built a whole island to put a base on in the South Pacific there. And
yeah, they're making
I think they could
moves.
walk right over Taiwan,
Yeah.
which would force our hand. And I don't think we have it in us.
No, not currently. Definitely not with this administration.
Do you think we can
that's
mind
it.
our business?
No,
Come on, man.
that's not our nature. We don't mind our business. We
No,
don't
we
let
can't.
we don't let evil regimes take over innocent countries and people and just let it happen. Not when we're the biggest boy on the block. We have a civil duty to the world to help protect
Let's go, Brandon.
helpless.
Wow.
Maybe in World War II we did that, but
No,
Yeah.
look at Iraq. That's
Well,
all Iraq was.
look at
We
China.
weren't the big boys on the block before World War II started. And since the end of World War II, we've been policing the world.
Yeah.
And we've had skirmishes and little wars and stuff. The kind of wars that we had, before we became the world's police force, where it was wars where millions died.
Yeah.
And there's
Yeah,
all this stuff going on. We start policing, we have wars where tens of thousands die.
Yeah, there's a big difference.
But we got used to that. So now, we can go into somewhere, 10,000 of us die, and American public's going, oh, we got to go home. We got
Yeah.
to come home. And our enemies abroad know that,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
bold.
I got on Facebook. I had a friend of mine in person that I knew in the real world and on Facebook, and I wasn't, she unfriended me on Facebook because I made a comment. I was reading Facebook, and all these comments. This was back when North Korea was showing out. Remember that when Trump was president? North Korea started threatening this and that, and Trump basically stood up and said, you know, you're not going to do nothing. And, you know, remember all that?
Yeah.
And, well, when Trump said that, when his stance was, you know, you best sit back down, whenever that was his stance, a lot of people on Facebook were like making posts, and you guys probably all saw this, where they were saying stuff like, Trump's going to get us killed, Trump's going to get us attacked, and Trump this, and like somehow we're the weaklings and we can't stand up for ourselves or else we're going to get beat up, right? And so I just made a post like, since when did we become the weaklings? Since when did America become the country that, you know, has to tiptoe around other countries? And then I said something to the effect like, you know, no, we are the badasses. We are the top dog. We are the ones who strike fear in other countries, you know. And I was saying that to try to encourage this era and this generation that America really is the best country in the world, right? But I got a lot of kickback from millennials especially, and then also from a lot of liberals. I'm friends with everybody on online. And I got a lot of kickback and basically accusing me of being heartless, that I would encourage war, right? Saying that I was encouraging war because I was saying that if we went to war, that we would whoop up. And then this particular friend was saying, by my post, I was encouraging people getting killed in war. Like by me saying we're going to whoop up is saying that we'll go kill people, right? And so I'm somehow glorifying that and encouraging that. And it was like 400 or 500 comments in that one post, you know, from just local friends and stuff, and blah blah blah, back and forth. And then finally I got unfriended, and like somehow I'm the bad guy. But
Blame.
It's and I can't remember if it's Tacticus or Cincinnatus, but there was a Roman general who said vis-a-vis and pace parabellum, which meant, you know, if you want peace, prepare for war. Now, what he wasn't saying was go to war to achieve peace. What he was saying is make your defenses and make your armies so formidable that it causes the other guy to go, if you see your flag on the other side of the battlefield, maybe we don't want to mess with these guys.
Exactly.
You know, and what Trump was doing when he took a smack at North Korea, right behind that, he was saying, don't be part of the problem, be part of the solution. Why don't you come and enjoy some of the economic prosperity? And hey, let us build car plants in your country or
and
whatever.
might you add, he was very successful at it.
Yeah.
Once he got done setting the North Korean dictator in his place, what happened? Kim Jong-un came back and said, hey, can we meet?
Yeah.
And Trump was the first U.S. president ever to go over and meet with him and have peace talks and everything, you know?
Yep.
That's because of the way that Trump handled it. But when he was doing it, everybody was screaming, oh, you're the worst president ever. When in fact, maybe the best president.
Well, I think
they were wrong. Not me, Kenny. They were wrong for saying that.
That's what I meant.
Yeah,
Trump did things that the regular guy would do. And there's an element in the government that believes that they're a whole lot more cerebral than your regular guy. And there's many things that you got to think about, you know, when you're making a move. But Trump, he followed a rule. You know, he always went with his gut instinct.
Yeah.
You know, and went with it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, that's true.
I just want to say.
Great question, by the way.
Yeah, good, very good question.
I just want to say, America, RoboCop.
And Cornpop was a bad dude. He ran a bunch of bad boys.
Okay, so are we ready for the next question? I really like this one.
Let me ask you a question. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
I want to ask Mazzani.
Let's go, Brandon.
I want to ask Mazzani a question. Mazzani, is Trump going to run for president again in 2024?
I don't know.
Hey, let me see this camera, Zaida, right here.
I have no clue what his plans are. Is he going to still be living?
Oh, I hope so.
Is he old?
He's old. How old is he?
74, I think.
He's in the 70s, but he's also uber rich, so usually they can afford good health care.
They can clone.
He's 75.
And they can clone.
Yeah, maybe his clone will.
So what do you think? Do you think he should run? Would he be a help to America if he runs
Why are
again?
you doing this? Please don't put me on the chopping block for my fellow peers. Please don't.
Let me ask you this. How about this? Let me ask you this. Based off what you've seen over the past 5 years.
You trying to set me up, bro?
No, you don't have. Do you feel like you're opinions of Trump have changed
Yes.
from when you first heard of him and seen the results that he gave us, and then where you are now? You feel
Yes.
like okay, that's an improvement. I think that's a good, and that's a fair answer, don't you think? That's a fair. Thank you, Mazzani,
Yes.
for being honest. Very good.
So hard. It's like pulling teeth.
Okay, let's go. Let's do another question.
All right, this question comes from Tracy Estes. She wants to know what video should be a what? Well, I guess we could go a lot of ways with this. What video should be a movie, and what is the storyline? Huh.
I'm confused.
Just
I'm gonna give you some options of videos. Videos could be like TikToks, YouTube videos where you're talking about videos of like video games, music videos. There's a lot of options there. So basically, I guess pick one you like and then give a storyline.
What video should be a? Put the question back up if you don't mind.
Yeah, I got you.
I'll repeat it for you. Tracy Estes wants to know what video should be a movie and what is the storyline.
Well, Tracy, we're going to discuss that, but if you can elaborate a little bit on that in the comments while we discuss it so we don't butcher your question. I don't know. So you're saying, Mazzani, you're thinking it's like what video being like a modern day
I think videos
viral
and-
video and then make a movie out of it?
A viral video, music video, video game, TikTok, whatever. Something that caught your eye that you feel like could be a storyline, I guess.
How about the kids in the cages at the border? What do you think about that? That'd be a good movie, wouldn't it? Like Sicario or something. Did you see Sicario? Mm-hmm. Did you like that movie?
Yeah, I liked it pretty good.
I like both of those. Those were real good. That'd be a cool movie. But,
It is a movie.
oh, is it?
It's in a lot of
Sicario?
movies.
No. The kids in cages at the border.
It's in a lot of movies. It's mentioned.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying, oh, Sicario would be a good movie. And I'm like, Sicario is a movie.
Yeah, I got an idea for a movie about
Let's-
who would it star, Van?
in the movie. Wait,
in your movie with kids in cages.
Kids
who-
in Cages?
Yeah, who would it star?
Perfect cast.
it star. You know who it would star? Marty McFly's uncle.
Who would they play? I mean, like, who's the main protagonist
Remember?
in this story?
Kid, you better get used to these cages.
Yeah.
Who would play Trump?
Oh, is Trump in this movie?
It's up to you.
It's your movie.
I'm
I
asking,
think who's the guy that makes fun of
I
Trump?
tell you, I
so
don't.
good.
Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, but
he
he's
does
in trouble
the
right
best.
now. Yeah,
I know.
he does a good
best
Trump.
Trump.
Yeah.
I know, and I hate that.
I know.
That whole situation. It's
Yeah.
just terrible.
What do you hate? The cages, kids in cages?
No. The
Alec Baldwin.
You don't mind that
the
part? You
set
just-
on the tragedy. No.
wait a
oh,
minute.
come
I
on.
knew
All
he was
right,
gonna
here we
set
go.
you up. I
Here
knew
we
he was
go.
trying to set you up.
Okay.
You see what I deal through?
Let's just remember.
when you have a population, you know, are you supposed to take at face value? You know, this is my kid.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
kids
all
in
that kind of
cages.
stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not looking out for the welfare of the child.
There's so much more to that story than the headlines from
yeah.
CNN. CNN's don't even get me started on that. We have on good authority that the story of the kids in cages is so blown out of proportion. That's part of the system. That's part of the process for getting into America. Is you get in, you get put in a cage for like 15 minutes, and then you can go to processing. Right? So it's like they know it's a 15 and 20-minute wait in the cage while they do whatever they do to get them ready to go into processing. But while they're in the cage for 15 minutes, that's when the news crew comes in and look at these kids in cages.
Oh,
you know?
by the way, Trump, you know, stopped that with the, hey, wait in Mexico while you're being processed.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, that's right.
So I mean, there was more kids in cages in the.
It's all crazy. That whole border thing's crazy.
This was supposed to be a lighthearted question.
I'm having a lot of fun talking about this. Cause,
Are you? You like kids in cages?
Dan,
I think any failed video out there could be made into a movie. You know,
Yeah, like a Jackass movie, maybe.
Exactly. You know they're coming out with a new one.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Those guys are getting
like
so old. When
Jackass
did they
geriatric or something. I mean,
It's
it's,
gotta
yeah, it's yeah, they're
They're all older than me.
What?
Yeah, they're all older than me. Right?
Bam Bam is older than you?
Yeah, they're all like 55. Like, how old is John Knoxville?
No,
Go-
he's
hey,
like,
info.
yeah, I think he's
49.
51. Oh, 50.
49
49.
because in the trailer for it, they were said you don't want to get a concussion after you're 50. Luckily, Johnny
Yeah,
Knoxville's 49, so we're all right.
This says he's 50. March 11th, 1971.
Okay, well, when they record
Yeah.
the movie, he was 49, so he's 50.
Yeah, you see, yeah, that the stuff they do, and like it's clear that I'm getting old because when I see stuff like that they do, I'm like, I would be out of work for 6 months. Mm-hmm. Or watching an MMA fight, those guys like get those leg kicks. I'm thinking one leg kick, and I'm like, no, seriously, like if we stood up right now in the studio in front of this desk, and you just hauled off and kicked the crap out of my leg as hard as you could, I'm out, man. I'm
We'd
going
probably
to the
both
hospital.
be out.
But then you watch like these MMA fighters, they get kicked 100 times in a fight. You know, one of those kicks would have put me out for 6 months. But anyhow.
Steve-O is 47. Bam Margera is 42.
Oh, Bam's only 42.
Yeah.
So he's
I thought so.
yeah, he's younger than I am.
I always had a crush on Bam for some reason.
Bam. Oh my
Bad
gosh.
boy.
He's ridiculous.
You know, Bam was banned from this new movie.
Oh,
Was
really?
he?
Yeah, there's some stuff they're not talking about that apparently he did, and that's why the movie was delayed. It was supposed to be out already, but it was
Oh, wow.
it was delayed because they're going through a lawsuit with Bam.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, he's been going through some mental issues.
Yeah, I've always
really?
he's always struck me as a guy that needed Jesus for sure. So
Really, you don't think him branding himself was sane?
You know, sometimes you just want to see how cool a tattoo would look.
yeah.
With a brand?
Like burning yourself?
Yeah.
Smell of burnt flesh.
Do you remember what the brand was, Mazzani?
No,
We can't talk about it, but
I just remember he jerked, and it was like three
Yeah,
or four of them
there
all
was
at
a
once.
bunch of them. They got very infected.
Bam Margera, who
Yeah, that was a bad deal.
Yeah.
he helped create the video series that inspired Jackass TV show and feature films, which he also starred in, filed a lawsuit Monday in Los Angeles Superior Court against Paramount to stop the release of the film. Crazy. Controversy.
Oh wow. Mm-hmm. Maybe he didn't like how if he wasn't getting paid again.
Well, they didn't even like include him in the movie at all. Like he's not in it.
Oh.
And he was upset because the whole like Jackass thing
'Cause
was
he
like
started it.
Yeah, it was kind of like started by him in Knoxville.
Like it's his copyright.
Yeah, and so he was mad. He went to like I think it was Instagram Live or something, and he did like a live video, and you could just tell like he needs some professional help. He's not doing well.
Oh wow, really? Mm-hmm. Well, I always find that funny when you have staple franchise guys that go out against the franchise. You know, like when Mark Hamill started badmouthing Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, I mean, I'm like, before that, I don't even see Mark Hamill. I just see Luke Skywalker. you know?
Exactly.
And then when he starts doing that, he becomes a person and less cool, you know? And that's just, if you're a super famous movie star out there and you're watching this show, first of all, why?
What are you doing?
Second of all,
Call your agent.
yeah. So anyway, yes, Mazzani, please.
Oh, did you hear me whisper that?
Yeah, the whole world heard that.
These are some good microphones. Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay, so mine would be a video game.
Oh yeah, I forgot what the question was.
What game?
Oh yeah, did she respond and elaborate on the question?
No, I don't think she's
Halo
watching.
3.
Okay, Mazzani, yours is a video game.
Yeah, mine's a video game. And it's going to be like the UFC games. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, like MMA?
Yeah, but I would make it like Matrix type. So they go into the Matrix and they have to fight in simulations to make it through like
Okay.
these rounds to get where they need to go. And, you know, of course, there's got to be a love interest in there. And she's like a mixed martial artist,
Who's
too.
the actor? Who's the main actor? Because I have to visualize it.
Oh, man, that's hard because I wanted to pick somebody young. I guess Tom Hardy, maybe. Maybe.
Oh, that's a good one.
He's not young.
Good actor.
He's younger than who I was going to
He's
pick.
older than I am.
Tom Hardy's older than you?
Yeah.
Wow, he
How
looks
old is Tom
great.
Hardy?
44.
Dang, he's younger than I am.
Oh,
Not by much.
yeah.
Not by much.
Yeah, maybe Tom Hardy. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Michael B. Jordan. Why not?
But
yeah,
he's
he
already
already
been in,
has.
like, a
He,
fighting
yeah,
movie.
he can't.
He's a
It
boxer,
have
though.
to. But
Boxers
Tom
don't
Hardy
have
has
MMA.
Venom too, so he can't do it. We got to pick
Boxers
somebody
can't
who
fight.
needs a come up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need to pick somebody who's like not had those type of movies that needs a come up.
Me.
Kind of like how Robert Pattinson has the Batman now.
Yeah.
It's somebody like that needs like
He had
be
a come up.
showcased.
Oh,
He
he's
was
been-
Twilight.
he's been,
Yeah, but
No, that ruined his
Yeah.
That's
That was
that's
his start.
setback for him.
But it was
Twilight was a
Sparkles.
setback.
Yeah, but it started.
Although it did make him famous, so that
yeah.
I can't say it was a complete setback, but like he's much better actor than that
Yeah.
than Twilight.
And
by
now,
the way.
now he's seen as the Twilight
There's
guy.
a movie called
Yeah, and
Yeah, exactly. Now he's
I don't know how I'm gonna deal with
Yeah.
seeing him as Batman.
Yeah, I
I
don't
think it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
The trailer looks awesome. I'm so excited for it.
He's
but
a really good actor. I saw him in a movie about a post-apocalyptic world, and he played like this dunce kid, like this kid that wasn't right in
Oh
the
yeah,
head.
we talked about that. Like,
Yeah,
I think it was last week.
What was
or
that movie
something.
called? Like The Car or?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. I'll look it up. I'll find the answer for you sometime. But that, or just look up Robert Pattinson movies. But he's a really good actor. I'm looking forward to the Batman also. But I don't know that I can until I see it. I don't know that I can imagine him. He just seems too thin or frail of a frame to be Batman, in my opinion. But we'll see. I give him
Maybe
the benefit
beefs
of the
up.
doubt.
Unless he's like the young Batman, the
Batman.
old guy, is 50-year-old Batman's
Yeah.
filled out a little bit, and then he quits with the bang boom biff and just starts killing people.
Bro, you are a fan. That's what I want to see on camera when he's like a vigilante and he
Yeah,
don't
no
care
kidding.
no more.
No
That's
kidding.
what I
You-
want to see.
You
The
want to
Dark
impress me
Knight.
with
Yeah.
the Batman movie?
Yeah.
Put the Bang Boom Biffs back in it.
What?
And seriously, I'm serious. I'm serious. Doesn't have to be as cartoony as that, but it could still give me that. Because I'll tell you why. Because on Creed, the Creed movie,
That's the second one. It
The-
was missing. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I know
the
what you're talking
first
about.
Creed movie was one of the freshest movies I've seen in decades. Because whenever they introduced a new character, they would freeze it and they would give the tail of the tape of that guy in the middle of the movie.
Stats, yeah.
I was like, that is so fresh for a movie.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't do that in the second movie.
Have you seen Kick-Ass? They did that in that movie too.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, something about Kick-Ass that I did not know until the end of the second one, which was that's Jim Carrey,
Which one?
the
main person.
The leader.
the dude in the camouflage, the army guy. That's
Oh,
freaking Jim Carrey. I did
What?
not. Yes, I did not know that. till
Wait
the
a minute.
end.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
No, I did not even know
Are you
that.
serious?
I'm serious. I didn't know. There was one move. They were getting ready to go in this door, and he turned around to say something to the girl next to him. And as soon as he did, he made a face. I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I can see it through the mask. I mean, I can see that's Jim Carrey. And I paused it. I looked it up, and I was like, "That is Jim Carrey." Oh my gosh! So yeah, everybody. Just so you guys know, watching the show, everybody in the back is they're typing everything. They're all googling, trying to find pictures. Of
Oh
Jim Carrey.
wow.
Don't doubt Big Van. I'm trying to tell y'all something here.
You pulling it up, Miss Anya?
Yes, bro. It's legit. Look.
Yeah.
And it makes sense now.
Let me see the picture.
Oh, well, Miss Anya.
Can we see the picture?
I don't know how
Well,
to share my screen.
Just a real quick aside while he gets that up. I've been told on good authority from a nerdy chick who read Twilight like 7 times the whole series that the original films were actually super low budget and it wasn't really intended to be that big of a blockbuster.
Oh,
release.
really?
Right. So it was just a low budget movie. I still think Robert Pattinson's a great actor.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen The King on Netflix?
Yes.
Great.
No.
Yep.
He's impressive.
just-
I think he's going to be great.
Yeah, he's
I
a good
don't-
actor.
I don't know who told you that was a low budget film,
Which
first-
but they're
Twilight?
wrong.
The
First one, maybe.
The first one was a little bit lower. It was lower, but they did have a larger budget than expected because it had such a large fan base.
Right.
From the books, I know I also read them 9 times. I own them, But the books are like way better than the movies. Way better. It's just
Okay.
because if you read them
Nerd.
and then you see that on the screen, you're disgusted. You're literally disgusted.
Nerd?
I can't help. Anyway,
Mazzani, that's awesome. We're excited for what you're saying. We're not making fun of you.
I'm not.
We're except for Ryan.
Ryan is like,
for
I'm
Ryan.
not. Wow, you hurt me, bro.
books. They're so much better than the movie.
Whatever. But anyway, I picked my male actor.
Hey, we never saw Jim Carrey, and
He's gonna find him, but I picked my male actor.
We should be able to see it on Kenny's screen easy.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Who's your actor?
Anyway.
Miss Anya?
Kenny.
He's gonna make me hold. I'll hold
For what?
for my turn.
The UFC
Yeah,
Matrix
I picked him.
actor.
You're going with
Will Poulter.
Will Poulter.
Yes,
Who is that?
he is the kid from what is it called? That movie where they smuggle drugs as a family in the RV.
He, with the weird
Weird
eyebrows.
eyebrows.
Millers.
We're the Millers. Yeah, him. The kid from that, he is really grown up, and I think he could really show us something.
Can we not get a
he
picture
needs a
of
chance.
this?
He needs a chance.
You know in the Maze Runner movies? Have you seen those?
Yes, but I can't picture
With
the
the
kid.
weird with the weird eyebrows.
I think he would do great.
Can we get?
And he was like a
Can we
jerk.
get a picture of Will Poulter?
We're still getting the Jim Carrey one.
Oh my God!
What is going on back there,
we
guys?
are a
Jim
highly
Carrey kick-ass.
Swiss Army knife crew of information.
Make sure that you pick this one. Pick this picture in particular.
Oh
Can
my
you
gosh,
see it?
they're having a hard
This
enough
one?
time finding any picture.
Okay.
And I found both of them. I was ready.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Will Poulter, this kid looks like he could really play a role, like a rag to riches role or a underdog story role. I believe you.
Thank you.
I don't believe anything
Thank
until I
you.
see it. Where's it at?
I'm ready for you to see him because I truly think that he is my character. Matter of fact, let's name him.
There's Jim Carrey.
Yeah, that's Jim
Yep.
Carrey in Kick-Ass. I had no idea until towards the end. And Will Poulter, we got Will Poulter. No. Oh man.
Uno momento.
Who's the woman? Who's the flame, Mazzani?
Ooh, that's gonna be hard because it's got to be like kind of built, but not quite
And
like
gotta
still feminine,
Gotta be like his age too.
and also
got to
be on the
this
come up.
whole, age frame or thing.
Bruh.
Really?
We'll let-
You see William Poulter as an MMA fighter?
Oh, that's William
Yes.
Poulter. I know that.
Show
kid.
him the more recent photo. Stop playing with me.
That is the
Yeah,
most
he's in,
recent photo.
He's
Yeah.
in Dope Sick right now
Is he?
on Hulu.
Oh, really? Yeah,
it's good.
I know you're talking about, but I wouldn't put him as in that role, Mazzani.
Why not? I think you're underestimating him. Let me cast
you
my
feeling it?
movie.
I think he's more the guy that almost makes it to the end, but doesn't make it to
He's
the
the
end.
best
movie.
friend.
Yeah.
That's a better picture of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that picture of him.
Smolder.
Will Smolder.
Wow.
So who's he in love with?
I don't know. The lady's hard. She's I just don't see any women that are just.
Is she a fighter too, though?
Yeah, she's a fighter too. We want her to be his equal, not his. Not just the flame, but his equal.
Is it racist if I say she should be of like Japanese descent?
I don't know. Let's see what kind of people we got for Japan.
Because like I think like I could picture a chick with like, like the.
Oh wait, no! I got it. If it's gonna be the girl from Squid Games that almost wins, she's at the very end. She's number 3. What is her name? She would be perfect. If we're gonna pick,
Okay.
She's too timid though.
no, she isn't.
She didn't
No.
say a
What
word
about
the whole
No.
time.
what about the chick from Balls of Fury? Remember that chick that?
Balls of Fury.
I can't even
Her name is. Her name
Wait,
is.
you mean Blades of Fury?
No, Balls of Fury.
Balls
it's
of-
a real thing.
Balls
it's
of
awesome.
Fury.
Oh no!
Remember- you know what I'm talking about?
A great Christopher Walken.
Yeah,
film,
that chick. Yeah, that's the one. She's the lover.
Put
in
Ho
this.
Ying Jung on here. You're picking my characters. Put Ho Ying Jung on here. She's the one.
Oh my god.
I think that's how you spell it. Ho Ying Jung.
What about Gal Gadot? I don't know.
Ah,
I'm probably
no.
butchering that.
Gadot.
Wonder Woman.
No.
Gadot. No, it's
No,
Gadot. It's America.
Wonder Woman was supposed
She's
to be
also
thicker
way
too.
too old for him.
She put some makeup
I
on.
thought
I
I expected
agree.
for Wonder
She's a
Woman to
cougar.
be thicker. She's supposed to be an Amazon. What happened?
What?
Gadot.
Yeah, she was supposed to be thick.
No.
Yeah,
She's strong.
Is this your movie or my movie?
this is.
What was
Anyway.
what was the
She's
first
only
question?
31.
Can you put Ho Ying Jung on the screen so he
How
can
old
see?
is he though? How old is
What's his name again?
Will Smolder?
Will Poulter.
I don't know how old Will Poulter
She's
is.
Gal Gadot's 31 and he's how old?
He's like a kid, I think.
Yeah, I'm guessing
super young.
24.
He's 28.
28.
What?
Holy
He's older
cow.
than me?
How old are you, Andrew?
27.
Wow, you're just a spring chicken compared to him.
I mean, but me and
1
Gal,
year.
we're still in like the same age range. It's
Yeah.
only 5 years.
Yeah.
4 years. 5
Same price point, you think?
years. Yeah, I'm balling. Gal,
Show
just
like
so
this
you
one right
know.
here where it looks like a mugshot. That's where, to me, that's where it looks like she could be. She could be a fighter. You know?
Yeah. Mazzani, you're asking too much of us.
I can't believe we can't see Mazzani's screen. Is it
She's
just
not, she doesn't have her thing turned on.
Oh,
I don't know.
Mazzani.
We got to
See
figure
there?
that out.
That's
I don't
why
know
you
how
got
to
to
do
get
that.
in here earlier and set your computer up so you can be on the show.
Mazzani, see that?
I'm
see
on
that,
the show.
See that thing with the?
She's like, I'm on the show.
See that thing with the 9 grids and the red dot in the bottom? Click that.
Aaron, what do you think, man?
Okay,
You
now
got
just
an input
minimize
on the love flame for Will Smolder and Mazzani's MMA Matrix movie?
I don't know a lot of actresses really at all. I know there's a redheaded woman who played a character on a show called Britannica that was on Netflix. And she's pretty popular right now.
Yeah.
She's been in a few.
Oh,
a
but
few
yeah, I know you're
things.
talking about. But she's older too, right?
Yeah, but I don't know her name.
But Will's redheaded too, isn't he?
He was in that one movie.
Yeah, like they'd have redheaded kids. Be like a Scottish. Is this a Scottish movie, Mazzani?
No.
Well, it's from Scotland.
No.
Kelly Riley.
They're MMA.
Kelly Riley. Yeah.
MMA fighters from Scotland. In the Scottish
No,
Matrix.
because then, bro, how did I forget? It could have been Charlie Hunnam.
Oh, it's too late. We already cast
It's
him.
not too late.
We've already cast him.
You've already put out a
You're right,
call.
because Charlie was supposed to
already
be on
contracted.
50 Shades of Grey, and he pulled out.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
That was an accident.
We're gonna
I
have to
promise
go.
that was not on purpose.
We're going to have to go to another question.
That was not. I haven't shown my
You
mugshot.
you have run this conversation
I'm sorry.
into the gutter.
Okay.
That was perfect.
All right, let's go to the next one. That was an actual accident.
Okay.
My mom said, "Oh wow." Oh wow. Other people talk about, "Oh, Lucy Liu." Y'all forgot about her.
No, she'd be
She's
great.
old.
Yeah, but she's you're not old, Lucy. You're very lovely.
Mazzani, you're fired.
But she's
That's
too
funny.
old for him, in my opinion. You always have to say my opinion. If you say my opinion, it's not offensive.
Okay, let's go to
My
the next
opinion,
question.
you're wrong.
Or no offense. If you say no offense. No offense, but you're very ugly.
I'm just upset that nobody
Not you,
shared
Lucy.
my picture.
Objectively.
I tried to share your picture, but you kept clicking off something else.
Oh, did you get her screen now?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Here's who's Mazzani's talk. Who's here? Here she is.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. But I don't like how's she built. She got muscles, or is she like real frail frame?
Frail.
She's frail. She really
You
is.
can put her in MMA fighting.
Yeah. You watch her in this show, you'll be like, yeah, I get it.
I guess if it's a movie though, because movies are unrealistic anyways when it comes to that stuff. They always have like we just watched Black Widow last night for the first time.
Oh,
The
man.
First time I saw it.
Terrible.
You got like 75-pound girls kicking 300-pound dudes across the room. Come on.
They got a strong
And
kick.
I gotta say, if I was building a team or a harem of female assassins, the first thing I would do is shave all their heads. The hair whipping, the hair got
Hair
everywhere
whip.
in the face. I mean, just
No,
in
she
the way.
she even talked about that in that movie. She
Yeah.
talked about the hair. She's like, "Why do you whip your hair like
Yeah.
that?"
Yeah, there wouldn't have been no hair.
Okay, so
Building combat soldiers.
building harems.
Oh man.
What else has he crossed the line with?
That's crazy.
His wife's making a list at home as we speak.
That's crazy that you brought up harems.
Why? What's
Because we just talked about harems, remember?
Oh yeah, in that other show. Oh no, at work. We
in
talked
real
about that.
life, yeah.
Oh, so,
This is what we talk about for fun.
yeah.
Oh.
We should live stream
Sorry I brought it up.
We should live stream our entire workday because that's all we do. This show is all we do all day long. Am I right, Mazzani?
Pretty much.
There's
So-
another interesting definition of harem.
What are you? Look, don't Google that.
Oh, did you not know?
Brian's like, oh, wooga.
A group of female animals sharing a single mate.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, basically. So that's basically a good description.
Yep.
Okay, Mazzani, let's do another question.
This one-
Let's get back into our family-friendly topics.
This one comes from, oops.
Back to the harem talk.
I just want to personally apologize for anybody I missed out on because I clicked this by accident, but we're going to do it. This one comes from Tracy S. and she wants to know, how can you create a utopia?
A utopia is in that like where everything is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is awesome.
That's what the world would be like if older people could pronounce Chipotle correctly.
Ryan.
If I had sound effects right now.
That's what the world. Oh, you don't have sound effects now?
No, I lost all sound.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The dictionary definition of utopia is an imagined place or state of things in which everything is perfect. Perfect is subjective too, though.
Hey,
so what? In what context? I guess.
Hey, let's do it like this. We'll go around the room and you finish the sentence. It would be everything would be a utopia if, and Ryan said,
if boomers could pronounce.
Wait, finish the sentence.
If boomers could pronounce Chipotle correctly.
Okay. Mazzani, what about you? The world would be a utopia if.
Nothing coming.
You guys on the YouTubes?
Everything will be a utopia if food was free.
Yeah, it is free. Depends on what you're eating. You can go out and eat grass out in the field.
This is not the Great Depression. I'm not making a yard salad.
Yeah. What about you, Aaron? World would be a utopia if.
Man, there's so many things that I'd like to fix, but I think that it'd be a utopia if we just all got along and found, and whatever the number one rule is, find common ground.
Oh yeah. What about you, Kenny Payne? Did you get your sounds back?
No.
I think it's that.
There we go.
There we go. Kenny Payne.
I think.
What would
Ryan
you say?
was messing with me.
What would you
I
say?
didn't do anything.
The world would be a utopia if.
Dogs had wings.
Why, so they can fly around and crap on us? Are you serious?
Yeah, you think you got a problem with little white bird turds. You get knocked out in some of those labradoodle things. Great Dane.
Imagine the wings on some of them St. Bernards.
Yeah. There's the sound effects back. All right.
Ms. Anna, your mom has a question.
I know. I'm trying to figure out what it is, too.
We figured it out.
Don't say it.
Oh, no. Can we talk about it on air?
What is
Nah,
it? What does
it's
it
really
mean?
Not appropriate.
Not
What
appropriate?
does it mean?
We'll tell you when you're older. After the show. In like 10 minutes.
Older.
20 minutes.
I'm literally trying to Google it right now. Okay, the next question.
All right. Let's do another question.
Sorry, I had to get myself together. So this one comes from Amy Pope. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does.
Amy is a cougar.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed.
Amy, I just want to personally apologize for these men
That's
that I
Katie.
work with.
That's Katie's fault, Amy.
This question comes from Amy Pope. She wants to know, do you think it's too early to put your Christmas
Yes,
stuff up?
absolutely, way too early. What the heck, people? I went into Lowe's Hardware the other day, and they did. This was 2 weeks, 3 weeks before Halloween. They had one small, like 10-foot by 10-foot Halloween display, and then like 3/4 of the whole lawn and garden section was Christmas trees, fake Christmas trees with lighting already set up. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
And that's in the middle of October. I'm like, what the heck? You have holiday months for a reason. You have October is Halloween. Thanksgiving is November. Christmas is December. So, yes, Amy, in my opinion, way too early to set up Christmas.
For the last 30 years, my family has, the Saturday after Thanksgiving is went up to the mountains, got the tree, came back, decorated everything, got everything ready, and you always made sure the lights are on by the first Sunday in December. So.
That's right. That's what we do, too. We either go on Friday or Saturday and go cut down the tree.
Yeah, I hated that last year.
You hated? You went with us, right?
Yeah, it was cold.
You didn't like it?
It was cold. You made me carry my own baby.
Well, it's your baby. You pay, you play.
You carried Charlie in your jacket. You remember?
You play, you pay. Sorry.
Remember? I was like,
Oh,
I got to carry this baby. It's cold. My nose is frosted. I'm hungry.
yeah, but she was like a size of an acorn at that time.
No, she was not. To you,
Yeah.
to me, she was a sack of taters.
She is now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
guys.
you're right.
I need to chime in on this just because I'm a little heated by the question.
Oh my goodness.
First
He's got
off,
his feathers fluffed.
you're grinding my
He's
gears.
got his.
I'm just thinking about Christmas lights this early. This early? I mean, you're wasting electricity first off. Not to mention you're supporting this patriarchal, like religious. Oh, we gotta celebrate Christmas. I
Liberal.
mean, that's dated. First, okay, global warming, for everybody who doesn't know, is caused by wasting electricity, which is contributing to the wage gap and systemic racism. You understand? So for you to go out there with your privilege, ooh, we got electricity. Right? I'm offended that anybody would even think this early. It's the first week of November, right?
Hey, thank you, for your input there, Andrew.
That was easy.
We know who you're voting for.
I wear it on my sleeve. I'm so confused.
Daddy, chill.
Hey,
I'll be waiting for Christmas like SpongeBob going around the tree all night.
yeah. How you like these all these electric cars now that are coming out? Did you see that meme where you got the electric car is plugged into the electric charger thing?
Electric charger.
And the charger's running over to a diesel generator.
Yeah.
It's pumping. It's like big black smokes pluming out of this diesel generator so it can create electricity. Thanks, Kenny.
Would you like some googie googie?
All right, Mazzani, what time have we getting here? We getting
8:22.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're still good. We're still
got-
good
we
because
got
we started
some-
early.
We started on time.
Yeah.
Not early. We actually started a couple minutes late. But we were ahead of all of our other shows, so hey, let's do it. Ryan, what do you say we go to a quick commercial? You think that's something we can do?
Yeah.
Do you want to preface it for us, Mazzani? You always do a good job of that.
Do I really?
Yeah.
If you want to see us next week, I'm just joking. We're gonna do an ASMR one.
But you have to look at the camera. They can't hear you, goofball.
Yeah, they can.
Hey, we're going to do a 15-second commercial, and then we'll be back with questions. Right after this.
Okay. That was you?
No, something.
Hey everybody, this is Big Van, and if you'd like to watch our show live, then you must subscribe and follow so that it alerts you when we're on the air. Be sure to check out the links below for some live show times and some very cool products so you can have your own conversation starters. We can't wait to see you and your questions and comments on the next live Ask Big Van show.
That was good. That was a good short commercial.
I'm sorry. It was. Okay, next question. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so Robbie Key wants to know. Hey, Robbie.
Hey, Robbie. Thanks for watching, bud.
He wants to know, you pull up to an ATM. You discover a $20 bill hanging out the cash payout slot. Would you keep it? It's for me.
That one, I think I would keep that one. Just because I don't know how I would get it back to whoever it belongs to. Right?
Yeah, I mean, you don't know if they're still around, close. And if you give it to the bank, they just put it back in there.
Yeah, maybe I would look around the parking lot and see if maybe somebody's in line behind me and like frantically like counting their bills or something. But if it's just me, if I'm there by myself and there's nobody in sight anywhere, I don't know how to give it back to who it belongs to. So I'd probably just say thank you, Jesus, and keep on moving. It's like if you found a $20 bill on the ground.
Yeah.
How do you give it back?
I had that happen to me recently where I was at Plato's Closet and there was a wad of 20s underneath the rack. I don't mean like one or two.
Big
I mean,
enough to choke a mule.
It was about that thick of water. And I felt so conflicted in my spirit because the Mazzani was like, girl, better put that in your pocketbook. Praise God. You know, it is a great day to be alive. And then there was, you know, the good Mazzani talking about something that is not yours.
Yeah.
That could be someone's rent money. And I was thinking to myself later, that cannot be nobody's rent money the way that was pulled together in that clip. They was ready to spend that in here.
Yeah,
but
that's different though. You can take it up front and say, "Look, I found this money."
let me tell you, working in retail, after I left, I felt so stupid because I realized what they do. All you do in retail is you wait till the end of the shift. If nobody comes and gets it, you put it in your cash drawer as an overage. It goes to the company.
No. Here's what you got to do if you do that. You go to the manager and you take a picture of it and you say, "Hey, Mr. Manager, I found this laying back there. I'll be back at closing time. And if nobody's claimed it, I'm coming back to get it." That's how you handle it.
You think they will allow that?
They don't have a choice. Or I'll go scorched earth on this place.
Maybe you're. I think you guys should switch places, Yosemite.
Oh! That was more like a, who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
Yes. Yes, it was. What about you? What would you do?
I think, if you do the transaction at the ATM, then the bank can trace, the person that was before you. And I always look at it like,
I see. Do your transaction, then hold that and go back to the bank.
Yeah, and next time you go to the bank. Now, I tell myself, next time I go to the bank, I'm going to do that. Now, would that happen? I don't know. I may forget or whatever, but I would have the intention to go to the bank and say, "Hey,
may forget.
I did this. Here's my receipt. Here's my receipt, and here's this 20 that was hanging out there."
Yeah.
Because if you pay attention to those $20 deals, pay attention to those details. You don't miss the big ones.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about the fact that they could track when you were there and they could see who did the transaction before you. That's what I would do then. I'm retracting my earlier statement and saying that I would just do my transaction and then go to the bank later that week. Yeah.
And that's how we help create a utopia.
Good question, Robbie. That's a good question.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
What happened?
I'd be remiss if I didn't bring this up because it is breaking.
I'd be remiss.
It's breaking.
Of course,
news.
everybody's abreast to this topic.
Abreast.
It's abreast.
So philosophically,
He would be remiss.
the kind of language of the lyricity of the.
Anyways, okay. So Virginia's governor election is tonight. It's actually still ongoing. Just wanted to give you a little bit of context, and I don't know if you guys are abreast to the election.
What does this have to do with
We
finding a
are.
$20 bill?
I just had.
Does
to
it
get
have
out.
anything to do with the 20?
I got excited. You're gonna like this news. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Anyways,
At least he's honest.
This is called railroading.
Glenn Youngkin is a Republican candidate in Blue, Virginia, and he's got a 55.9% to 43.4% lead over Terry McAuliffe, the former Democratic governor of Virginia, which is huge.
Okay.
Congratulations.
But they haven't stopped tallying
Yeah, I was
the
going to
votes.
say where's his lead coming from?
If you look at the map of the state, the entire thing, save probably maybe 7 districts, are red. And Richmond obviously is blue, and that's where the majority of the votes come from. But I mean, that's just a testament to any state. Like the cities, the urban areas are going to be super blue.
Condensity of population.
But I just think it's a super interesting story just because of the leading up to the election. I mean, obviously the Republican candidate was labeled all kind of racist.
Right.
He's sending racist dog whistles to Trump supporters. And this Democratic candidate had Kamala Harris and Barack Obama come to the state of Virginia to campaign for dude, right?
Look at Ryan.
But this election has huge implications because it's a testament to how the country thinks.
It's a definite bellwether, Virginia.
Yeah.
Huge. Anyways, Republicans are winning right now.
Yeah, well,
Yay.
yeah, we'll see.
I like turtles.
You guys should have seen it. I wish we could do instant replay. We got to get that working, Ryan. Y'all should have seen Ryan's face while Andy was talking. Ryan literally is like this, and he goes. and then he goes.
I just don't understand politics.
It matters. It definitely
It
does.
matters?
It absolutely matters.
Then I care.
Oh! Please put some pizzazz on that. Put some stank on that.
I will say this: when I was in school,
He needs some milk.
when I was in school, I cared less for politics. But when I got out of school and I got some different information, I was like, "Wow, this is extremely pertinent to my future and my kids' future, and it definitely matters."
Give me 1 year, and I promise
That's all it takes.
I will call you, and we'll sit down. You'll teach me everything.
You chop it up.
I felt that way. I felt very involved in politics in the last 6 to 8 years, but last year with the way that the election was so mishandled and so much corruption.
Can't say that.
I don't care. It happened.
It's my show.
Yeah. But when I saw the way that the election went last year, and how much just crookedness there was involved in it, I really it took until we can get that stuff fixed. The elections can actually be, have people ID'd when they come to vote. Have people, until there's some kind of tracking of it, authenticity of the votes and stuff. Until we get that stuff fixed, I just feel like there's no hope. It's like, what's the point in voting if people can just rig it and steal it? That's the way I feel.
On that point, before we go to the next question, I just want to say, if you don't have to show your ID to vote, you don't have to show your vaccine registration.
Go girl.
That's all racist.
Yeah.
And on that, I'm done. Anyway,
you.
Your logic is offending me.
Anyway,
your logic is offending me.
Let me see. There's so many good questions right here. So many. Let's do this one.
Thank you, Kenny. That was very helpful.
That
was a good one.
It was. This one is from Letitia Speaks. She would like to know, if you have to poot, is it okay to let it go if you're in public?
And his name is... Define okay. Define okay. Well, I guess there's a lot of things to talk about with this question.
I think Mazzani should take the lead on this one.
Yeah, I'm just going to say if you're outside.
Let's talk. There's a couple things to consider. Are we talking about is there volume involved with this situation, or is it predominantly smell? Is there volume with no smell, or is it no volume with lots of smell? I mean, there's a lot of things to discuss when we're talking about this question.
You never know.
In my utopia, you can fart as you please.
Let's say Mazzani didn't realize I was in the room the other day.
Yeah.
She did. Yes, she did.
I don't care. I'll lift up.
Mazzani's been on the show and announced it. Announced it to the whole world.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
I just don't like letting things sit and dwell. That's like how I live my life.
But the people at home can't hear when you do that.
No, I mean farts in general. Why would I let that sit and dwell in my stomach? Why would I let, just like I spew my thoughts out, why would I let those dwell? I only get to live one time anyway.
Well, it's unpleasant for the people around you.
Do they stink? Have you ever smelled them? Tell the truth.
No, because you warn us.
Exactly. You're welcome.
With the warning sound that comes from them lets us know to run.
No.
That's a good one, Kim.
That was good. But yeah, I feel like as long as you're playing, trombone, you might as well just be confident. What?
Get that garbage out of here.
It's nothing like, just feeling comfortable enough with people around you to raise up.
Heck yeah.
I guess that's a good point. Like when I'm at home and I got to do it, it's almost a pride thing, It's like, come here, kids. I'm going to show you what being a man is. It's not. You haven't truly arrived.
Let me stop.
You haven't truly arrived until you command the attention of the room. You know what I'm saying? As a man. Hey, what was that special we saw on Tucker Carlson, or what's his name?
It was Mazzani's mom.
What was that? No, what was that special we saw where the lady, the liberal, was on there saying that farting was
toxic masculinity.
Toxic.
I believe it.
It's toxic, all right.
Okay, so I just want to know, Aaron, do you pass gas?
Do I?
Yeah.
Can you show us?
Like, is it like I'm sure everybody passes gas.
Can you describe your flatulence?
Do you mind doing it in public, or is that like an issue? What?
Can you show?
What?
Can you show us how you would do it?
Why would we missed
yes, as a matter of fact, little lady, let me show you this.
Well,
Yeah, that's something I try to, you know,
Don't lie.
avoid. You know, like
When you're welding, oh, you probably can't while you're welding because it'll ignite.
no, but I do got a good story. We had a welder who needed to have a filtered mask. You know, well, the dang filter is in the battery pack for it's right here on your back. So. Anyways, he's welding along. Then all of a sudden, you just saw him start squirming and trying to get everything out. And that's what he'd done. He'd pass gas and sucked it right, blew it right in his face.
Oh, man. I just like the...
Oh, we gave it mess with him for a while over that one.
How'd you like that for your sustenance?
My mom always says that you know it's bad if you can smell yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that also is a moment of pride, isn't it? When you pass
You're like,
gas,
oh,
and you're like, woo, woo, that, you know,
you trying to run from it.
You're like, oh man, that is a good one.
What I eat? Yeah, yeah.
I need to eat more peppermint.
I'm gonna tell you something terrible. I probably shouldn't say this, but it's
Oh,
so
don't-
funny.
then don't.
No, it's so
Oh, my
funny.
gosh.
It's so funny. Do you ever? And I know this is so inappropriate. I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh my gosh.
Have you ever just been using the bathroom and it's so bad that you're like telling God, I promise God, I won't eat no more like this. I will not eat that no more. I will do better. And then the next week it's a repeat.
Oh my
The
gosh.
hell is even that?
That's how I live I have real
I
problems.
never had a come to Jesus meeting on the toilet. I tell you that.
You haven't? I cry every time.
Through tears of repentance. You know that's bad right there when you cried tears of repentance.
I regret it. Anyway,
right.
this
Good question. Thank you there.
yes, this next question comes from Ryan Craigie. He wants to know, what do you think about the rumors about Kim Kardashian dating Pete Davidson, R.I.P. Kanye?
Well, first of all, is that Kim Kardashian?
Yes.
Looks like her sister. She's a little smaller than Kim.
No, that's Kim.
Huh.
Did her and Kanye split up?
Yes.
Oh,
I can't even pay attention because of that girl in the front. Look at her.
That's what everybody's been talking about on Twitter. They said, I don't care about them dating. I just like that girl in the front.
Yeah. No, I didn't know that Kim and Kanye even broke up. That's sad. They've been together for a long time. They got kids and all that.
She doesn't even swim in her own pool.
Because clearly, we can clearly see that.
Hey,
Oh. Why did it take me so long
I
to
don't
get
know. I was
there?
waiting.
Yeah,
That would have been a good cricket sound
Yeah,
effect.
it took me like 3 years to get
Yeah,
there.
3 years later.
Sheesh. Yeah, but what do you think about that?
I think that
How does Pete Davidson do it?
I think that first of all, I already didn't have very much respect for Kim Kardashian.
What?
Why?
I mean, I get that, but now I feel like you're
Have you
about
ever
to dig on
seen
him.
the TV show Keeping Up with the Kardashians? That should tell you all you need to know.
But she's so achieved. And
Oh,
articulate.
no,
But-
sir. You just went down 3 notches for me.
But the fact that Kanye has started coming out very publicly, as a follower of Christ and really working hard at being the. Of course, I don't know everything about his personal life, but in the videos that I've seen, he has been very vocal about his, changing his life and giving his life to Christ and using his platform for furthering the gospel. And now, it's sad. But hey, it happens. That stuff happens.
I mean, but you saw who her sister's with, right?
No.
You haven't?
Which one?
Do you
The
see how
one-
much care are in these eyes about the Kardashian sisters?
Yeah, but I'm trying to think about
Hey, I came in here, Mazzani, today with 2 craps. Ask me how many craps I still have.
2, honey.
I have 2.
2. I'm not upset. Why would I be?
That's because I don't give a crap.
What was it?
Kardashians.
Aha! Oh my God! Who the hell cares?
You guys want to hear some fart facts?
Give me a burrito. I'll show you some.
We got to keep Andrew more occupied.
No, these are interesting. This is
The
interesting.
bathroom is occupied. That's why he has to do it out here.
We're talking about Kanye.
Well, just
fart facts.
Okay, so On average, there are 70 billion farts a day. That's 10 farts per person. I didn't know. I farted 10
don't
times
fart.
a day.
No, Mazzani makes up for the rest of us.
Yeah, probably. And holding in your farts can lead to colon cancer and hemorrhoids.
Oh gosh, Mazzani,
Let it out.
I am
you
clean.
are leading the movement.
Yes, everybody, fart away. Let it rise and permeate the air.
Yeah.
Bask in your own
when,
ambiance.
so when Mazzani farts, is that toxic masculinity?
I'm not offended. Thank you for recognizing that.
That's so ridiculous.
I appreciate you, sir.
Your double standard logic.
But do you remember how, like, 2-3 years ago, how on that same Tucker Carlson show it had the liberal college lady that was talking about all the pronouns? Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
Like when this first started coming out,
I've seen it so many times that it's just all a blur of confusion.
yeah.
Do
And
you
when
see
that-
this?
When that first came out, some farts come from people's mouth. Who do we need to talk about? Who this is? That's sending these
No,
questions.
we do not. We do not. I don't know who this lady thinks she is, who she directed this at, but you should be offended.
I'm not offended. I'm impressed.
Y'all see what I did through?
Oh my
You
gosh.
see, on both sides, I can't catch a break.
Let's do another question, Mazzani.
Yes.
Before
Yes,
you get me
please.
into some kind of political trouble.
Oh, wow. Okay. Let me pick a good one. Let me pick this one. This one comes from Sage Estes, and he wants to know, would you rather start over at 10 years old knowing everything you know now, or have enough money to never have to work again?
I'll start over, 10 years old, absolutely. No question, hands down.
Yeah.
Same.
Hands down, because I can take what I've known, and then by the time I'm 12, I got more money than I could ever spend the rest
10
of
and
my
a
life.
half.
And I've got youth. Youth is where it's at.
Time.
Like that old saying, wisdom is wasted
On the young.
Yeah. It's like, what are you looking at?
Me?
Yeah, young fella.
Well, they were all saying stuff. They were just giving one-liners, so I was trying to think of a one-liner.
When I'm talking about wisdom wasted youth, I look around, he's going,
Well, I was just thinking because I was like, okay, he said time,
You got a poop
said
or you were
youth.
thinking?
yeah, the fart jokes got him
I was trying to
distracted
think.
him. He's like,
they were,
"God,
they
maybe
were
I-"
saying, Kenny said youth, and then Andrew said time, and I was like, what's another word I could think of? So I was just like,
Fart.
and then me and Van just locked eyes.
It was distracting, his gaze.
And
Gaze.
You know them gays.
Listen now. Listen now. That's our other show, Ask the Ox, when we talk about homeowners. That's what we talk about. We don't talk about that here. This is the wrong show.
That's homeowners.
Yeah.
Oh, try again.
Yes. You ready for the next question?
I hope so.
No, we haven't. Okay, so you guys have both answered it, and you gave
Aaron.
your
Aaron
reason.
hasn't
How
talked.
fast
I
can you
wanna
shovel?
Ask Aaron.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting.
What are we talking about? Oh, yeah. Would you rather be 10? Like me? Do you agree with me?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather start over at 10.
Give me the youth
knowing
and
what
the
I know.
knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Forceful question, Van. Do you agree with me?
Don't you?
Yes, I do.
Don't you agree with me?
No,
What about the
because
rest
you
of y'all? Don't y'all agree with me back there?
Well, let me just say,
I like turtles.
You can do a lot. I mean, you can make a lot of money and stuff, but you know, knowledge and time.
If I could turn back time.
No, sir. Wow, he's with it today. Okay, that was a solid question. I appreciate that. This next question comes from Ryan Craigie. He wants to know, why do people tell you to be yourself, then turn around and judge you for it?
Oh. That's because they have law degrees.
Thanks, Kenny.
Yeah, that's the story of life, isn't it? Like, you have to judge people. If everybody judges everybody, that's like biblical.
Was that a sound effect or a person?
That's Kenny.
Oh.
That's Kenny.
We need to make that a sound effect. That
It
was
is
pretty good.
biblical. You're supposed to judge people.
Judge not.
Wrong.
I forget what he said it, but I'm pretty sure he said judge not. Don't quote me on it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I was getting it mixed up.
I see what you did there.
It is a natural thing to judge
See
each
what I
other,
did
though.
there?
I think it is natural.
It is natural. Of course, it's natural to judge, and judging is a good thing. I'm not.
Whoa.
I'm not. Wait, let me finish. Can I finish?
Yes, you
Can I finish?
Yeah, you can.
I was going to say
It's very attractive.
I like judging because it makes me.
Please don't do it. Please
Now we're
don't.
cutting to
That's a
commercial.
quote from the Office when
Thank
Kevin.
you for tuning in to Big
Remember The
Van.
Office?
Watch this. Thank you for tuning in to Big Van. We appreciate your you being our audience. If you'd like to see us more, tune in on Tuesdays here after this commercial.
Hey, that was good.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't ready. I thought she was making. I thought she was making a joke.
I guess
I was gonna send up. Robbie Key said. Robbie Key said I judge folks while in the Walmart parking
that's right,
lot.
Robbie. No, you have to judge people because, like, otherwise you just keep running. You keep, suffering the mistakes of being in a relationship with people that you should have gotten out of a relationship with them.
Oh.
Not meaning to get too deep there, but I mean, you got to have some kind of,
Wait, but there's a difference between learning.
Oh, Kenny's got something to say.
Learning how somebody works and operates and judging them. That's completely different.
I judge you.
Like, for example, you have a beard, but that doesn't make you manly.
No, my farts do.
In that case, I should have a beard.
That wasn't a dig towards Van personally. It's just just to judge by somebody having a beard doesn't make them knowing how to use an axe or a chainsaw.
Hold on, wait. So if I know how to use an axe or a chainsaw now, somehow I'm a man. But you can't be a man if you...
Correct.
Man.
That's not at all what I said.
Chauvinist.
You just open up a big old can, Kenny.
Oh, did I now?
Yeah.
The chauvinist.
Catch me outside.
Yeah.
I was like, I had your back, bro. I was about to be like, he's got a point, and then he said that. And I was like,
She was going to save a fart for you.
You're still not listening. You're jumping the gun.
okay,
The whole-
let me hold the gun.
Just because if I'm holding a skateboard doesn't mean I know how to skate.
Yeah.
Judging me on that is your ignorance, not mine.
Yeah, but we still judge you, though. If somebody's standing holding a skateboard, we still think that person, based off of the stigma, the stigma that carries, that's how we associate that person. If they're standing there holding a skateboard.
Oh, we're
Does that make sense?
prejudiced.
Yeah, everybody's prejudiced.
Most
you
people.
have some
I mean, you're
culture-
constantly assessing threats, and
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Everybody.
yeah, that's
a-
important.
That's a natural thing.
Yeah, it's
you know,
it's
so-
important.
not only threats, but again, let's use a skateboard reference. You got a guy wearing baggy clothes and the typical skateboard stereotype standing outside of a bank building. You're just automatically categorize that person into what you think that those kind of what you kick back to seeing the other kids that were there 2 weeks before and they were vandalizing stuff and even if that's the best kid in the world, maybe he even works there. He's a banker by day. And he got off work, he changed his clothes, now he's running out skating because he likes skating. But you're naturally going to judge that person and stereotype him into what you've been, what you've assimilated your thoughts to be. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So that's just an example for skaters, but it's across the board. Businessmen come in a suit, you think a certain way about that person. That guy goes outside and changes into sweatpants and a hoodie and comes back in, and you automatically change your opinion of him as well. Mm-hmm. And it's natural. It's natural for people to judge people into stereotype. It's just a natural thing.
Yep.
You're not going to get away. Never going to get away from it. It's the way human minds behave.
Hardwired.
It's the way we think.
Okay, so on that note,
That's an unpopular truth, but
It's
it's the truth.
It's a survival mechanism too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to judge people to make wise decisions, and hopefully you can refine that with more experience and exposure. But it's just
And
natural.
grace.
I guess
and
I
grace.
guess what I'm trying to say is I see a difference in like looking at somebody and trying to figure out what they're about.
Talk in your mic because you sound far away from it.
Trying to figure out what somebody is actually about when they're walking down the sidewalk, trying to say, well, do I need to go to the other side, blah, blah, blah. That's not what I'm talking about. When I'm talking about judgment, it's like Ryan said earlier, why do you ask somebody to be themselves when they leave? You're basically talking trash behind their back.
Yeah.
That's the difference that I feel like the conversation we're having.
Yeah. Again, unfortunately, that is a natural behavior for all human beings. Very few people can have true godly grace, where you just love and accept people without thinking any ill thoughts or contrary thoughts about that person. Most of the time, somebody comes in and they act different than what you expect or you prefer. You're going to have thoughts that they are doing something that's different than what you would think they should be doing. It's a natural feeling.
What are your judgments of me?
Oh, gosh. What are my judgments of you?
Yeah.
You mean how I hold you accountable, and then where do I find you wanting? Is that what you mean by judgment?
I guess. Yeah.
First of all, I don't think that I would discuss that with.
Oh, it's that bad?
I don't think I would discuss that with you unless it was something that I felt like you needed to change. Right?
So you just accept my flaws?
Yeah.
Boom, you answered the question.
But if I did feel like there was something I needed to discuss with you for your flaws, I wouldn't do it on national internet live web show.
That makes for great TV right there. That's great
this
TV.
This ain't Jerry Springer.
You think I'm going to fight you?
Let's go back to judging the Kardashians.
I was going to say, is it the truth? Is it necessary? And is it helpful?
Yeah, exactly.
Pass those three things, and then if you got to say it, say it.
Yeah, exactly.
Let it ride.
But I do feel like it is important. Like, I value people more whenever they tell me what I'm lacking in so that I can grow and develop. And then I value those friends. Like, these are my real friends. The friends where, like when we talked previously, like, oh, I have a booger and you let me go all day. You're not my real friend.
Right.
But my friend who's like, you need to spend more time with your kids because they miss you.
Yep.
You're my real friend. You care about me and my children. I need you in my life. I need those people who hold me accountable.
Yeah, but having grace with somebody is having godly grace with somebody. It's just, again, like he's saying, is if it's something that they need to change for their own well-being, and there's an urgency matter, then absolutely you step out of your comfort zone and you talk with that person about something that you're seeing and you feel like they should hear from you. But if it's something that is just a character issue that God has to deal with them and work in their hearts to change them, you give grace for that. And you're like, okay, I love this person. I don't like this about them, but it's something that, especially if they already know it's something they need to work on, then you just have grace and let God change them. There's been times when you and I have talked about things, those were things I felt like were issues that we needed to discuss right away, like maybe a couple of months ago when we talked about your relational situations.
Why couldn't you just bring up racism or something or
racism?
Yeah, why can't we just bring
racism. We talked about that, but that's. Oh yeah, we did talk about that racism issue the other day about the vice president of the Confederacy and all that stuff that he talked about. Remember, and how that applied. How I felt like that applied to you and in our life and all that stuff. Anyway.
Okay, you ready to go to the next question?
Ryan, you got something to say about that?
Oh, no, I was just giving you a heads up. We probably got time for one more question.
Okay, one more question. Let's do one more question.
Well, that makes it hard. I don't know which one to pick.
Hey, Van.
Yeah.
Could I share just a little, what I'm saying, on that? A little tidbit?
Yeah.
This is a quote, actually, that I read in my Bible. It's by John Ruskin. It goes, I believe that the first test of a great man is his humility. I don't mean humility by doubt of his power, but really great men have a curious feeling that greatness is not of them, but through them. And they see something divine in every other man and are endlessly, foolishly, incredibly merciful.
Yeah.
The only thing I have an issue with is how many times man was said.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It was so many mans in there.
Yeah. That's because a lot of times in the Bible, when man is referenced, it talks about mankind, all of men, not a man in person in particular. You would fall under that man definition in that reference.
Thank you.
So you're included, Sonny.
Okay. Let's do this one. No, I want to do this question right here, but I cannot get it to pop up. So I'm just going to say who it's from and what the question is.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Is it not in the queue?
It's just having technical difficulties. Just give me some grace.
Oh, you're saying you don't want it to pop up. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I'm glad you can read my brain.
I did.
This one's from Nicholas Roberts. He wants to know, how do you let the ones you love know that you care?
Well, if you love them, you know the things that they like. For instance, your loved one may like flowers brought to them, out of the blue, non-planned, just spontaneously bring your flowers, or whatever your loved one. If you love them again, then you should by now have figured out what it is that they want. That would show them that you love them. You agree with that?
Yeah, I think the ones that you love, it's been my experience, that everybody's heard of love languages, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, my wife will have a different love language than my daughter,
Right.
And so I show my affection and my love for them in two different ways, one I show for my wife, one I show for my daughter, and my son, yet a third total different way.
Absolutely.
That we do things. And so the people in your life that you build up around you, you learn, especially as your relationship goes along, how to show your affection. And also when to show your affection in certain ways,
yeah.
And it's all part of the interaction.
Yeah, I agree.
Read the room and act accordingly.
Yeah, that's good. Anybody else want to chime in on that before we land this plane?
Andrew don't even know the question.
What was the question?
He said, "What is the question? How do you let the ones you love know that you care?"
Oh, I thought that was a great answer. Honestly, he nailed it.
Yeah.
Lame.
I mean, I do. I agree that love languages is like the most important. I read the book, The 5 Love Languages, because I really do think that it's important to know and understand the people around you and what theirs are. Like, I think for
1,
you,
2, 3, 4, 5.
Are you implying there's only 5?
Tough love.
There's more. No, there's more. There's
like
more.
100
There's more,
languages.
and there's multiple ways to show. I feel like there's multiple ways to show someone, based just off their personality. Like you love affirmation. You love for somebody to tell you you're doing good. You love for somebody to pat your back, and then on top of that, you love to be hugged. I hate to be hugged. I don't like that. I don't want you to touch me, but I allow it because I love you. You get what I'm saying?
Goodness. Thanks for letting me love and hug you.
Well, I mean, but
no, she's actually saying that she knows that that physical touch would be one of yours.
Yeah.
And that's all part of the interaction as well.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I saw a video of a guy that had a blindfold on standing on a public city sidewalk, and he had his arms out, and he said something about if you need a hug, if you're dealing with depression or whatever, you need a hug. Did you guys see that one?
I saw that.
That seems like something I would like to do.
See what I mean? I'm right.
I did it at the time clock today.
I just would like.
All the guys coming back from lunch, I said, "All right, guys, handshake, high five, or hug." First guy didn't give a chance. I just bear hugged him.
Yeah.
Then everybody else just high fived me. But it's a welding shop, so
there's a lot of there's a lot of people that don't ever have any interaction with other human beings. For months they'll go without even touching somebody's finger or skin or anything, And like literally when a cashier is handing their change back and they reach to get their change and their finger touches, like it literally, that's all the human interaction they have, and and so. It's just a lot of that, and of course that can lead to a lot of depression and issues like that. Just because again, social media and a lot of the stuff with the current internet age has contributed to that. And so I think it's very important that I think if you're an individual who, like me, is very open to hugging people and showing affection that way, get out there and make yourself available to hug people. Get you a sign and a blindfold. Stand on the sidewalk and hug people.
Before we close down, I want to know. I have a question personally. I want to know what we think each other's love languages are. Like, just a guess. You can just guess one for somebody in the room. Anybody.
Oh, that sounds so hard. That sounds like something a woman would want to know. Just to be honest with you. Like,
do you know my love languages?
It doesn't have to be exact. Just something that you
never
noticed.
talk to me.
Well, let me make it easier for you. Just name something that you notice that the other person seems to need.
Oh, so we all have to do everybody's? Or
No, just one person. Pick one in particular.
Pick one person. Andrew, look at
romance.
Oh, so I'm picking somebody first. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I want you to go first.
You don't have to pick me. It's
do you know what the 5 are, Van?
No.
They're acts of service, quality time, words of affirmation, receiving gifts, or physical touch.
Oh, I have to pick one of those?
One
of those 5.
You can, or you could just say something you know about that person.
It actually is easier if I can pick one of those 5 without having to think about my emotions. So giving gifts. Tell me those 5 again. Sorry.
Acts of service, quality time, words of affirmation, receiving gifts, or physical touch.
Okay, I'm gonna choose. Okay, how about this? Everybody in here has to have somebody choose them. Right. So I'm gonna start off and choose. Actually, nobody really knows you good enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, you gotta choose Aaron. You gotta choose Aaron.
I gotta choose Aaron? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna choose based off what I've talked to you about tonight, that yours is what's the one about touch?
Physical touch.
That
was my guess.
I think that's probably one of your key acts of whatever things.
You would be correct.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Where's my sound effects, Kenny?
I mean, I was gonna guess that too about you just from interacting. So
I deduced that.
Oh. He dropped the deuce. Wow. All right, Kenny, for that, you are next.
Your love language is food.
No, it has to be one of the 5.
No,
Kenny.
it doesn't have to be. He can.
It's gifts.
It's
That's
oh.
a gift.
Oh, gifts.
Oh, wow.
So bringing you food would be. Oh, you're right. Because whenever I bring food, she does light up. No question about it. Or any gift. Now that I think about it, if I come in with anything for you, you're like, oh my gosh, that's for me.
Or even when you go to lunch and she can't leave, even if she buys her own, just the fact that you went and got it for her.
Yeah,
she's cool with it.
That's true. I see that.
Well, okay.
You think that's true? That gifts would be.
Yeah, seems right. Yeah, seems right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That means it's your turn.
Oh yeah, you have to deduce now from the short time you've been with the crew here.
And who hadn't been picked yet?
Me, Andrew, and Ryan.
And Andrew's like, ooh, pick me. Side, I can't believe you're not getting Andrew's face. It's so ridiculous
I
back
guess,
there.
Andrew, I'm going to say one of your love languages would be words of affirmation.
You're absolutely
That's correct.
right.
Was I? Oh, genius.
Yay!
Oh, wow.
I wear it on my sleeve, I guess.
I guess
There
me
you
and
go.
Ryan are going to have to crisscross now.
He deduced that.
Yeah, I like that. Great vocabulary, too.
Why don't we use that word deduced more in our language? I just think it's...
So there's, I guess you'll do Kenny and I'll do you. Let me think.
Okay.
It's not really words of affirmation. That doesn't really do it for you, or gifts.
And who are you talking to right now?
Ryan, because you know I know Kenny.
Okay.
You know I know Kenny. So I'm going to do a hard one.
Okay.
And Ryan's hard for me.
Okay. So let's see if you can deduce. See if you can drop deduce.
I guess yours physical touch? Is yours physical touch?
Right.
Mine?
Yeah.
No.
What okay. He said
Where's
no.
my sound
Oh, yours
effects
is
then?
gifts. Yours is gifts. Yours is gifts.
Yeah.
Because if your girlfriend giving you that that stuff that you like, I know what you're talking about now. You showed
What
me
did
that.
she give me?
She gave you like this paperweight looking thing. I thought it was dumb, but you liked it. Well, I mean, I did, but he liked it. He really enjoyed it. I should have remembered that. I apologize. You're right. It's
Paperweight.
gifts for you.
Paperweight? What are you talking about?
It's something on your shelf or something. I forget what it was. You were so excited about it.
You talking about one of these?
It's kind of like, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
She hasn't bought me one.
I don't remember what it was. It wasn't exactly that. It was some type of anime character.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
basically
should've
like
known.
one of those. Yeah.
No, look at Aaron. Look at the guest.
You like thoughtful guess. Wow. Okay, now Ryan, you have to do Kenny.
Yeah. All right, Kenny.
Okay, Ryan, spill your heart.
Kenny's is tough.
Open your heart to Kenny.
Kenny is a brick wall.
Come on now.
Fair enough.
Acts of service or physical touch?
Can
One
I
of those
guess?
two.
Can I guess too?
His love language?
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess too.
Okay.
I've known Kenny for.
It's not physical touch. Let me
Over
just
a
tell you
year.
that.
I was gonna say more acts of service.
I would say quality time.
What are
Yes.
the five? What are the five choices again?
Yes.
Acts
I'll
of
tell you.
service, quality time, words of affirmation, receiving gifts, and physical touch.
I'd
Yeah.
say both of you are right.
His are.
Both.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have just.
Yeah, because you can have more than one.
Yeah.
You can.
Oh yeah.
But those are his top two, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Acts of service for sure is a way that he likes to show love, and then also
Quality time.
no affirmation.
No, I think it's
He
quality
wants
time.
no. I'm telling you, it's affirmation. He wants to know.
He says no.
He's wrong. He wants to know that you appreciate what he's done, and I've known Kenny for 20 years, and that's the truth.
To me, that's quality time. Is that?
He wants you to spend a lot of time telling him how good he is.
Kenny just likes to make good conversation, and he likes to be listened to. He likes for his
that's
opinion
true.
to be valued.
That's right, absolutely.
And if you spend quality time with him and
That's
listen to him, he appreciates that.
That's affirmation. He wants his opinion to be valued. That's affirmation. Hey, listen, let's bring this show to a close. If you guys are watching and you're my children or grandchildren or generations after me, I love you. I really do. And I do hope that you have trusted in the Lord and given your life to Jesus. I do pray that for you. He's changed my life, and I pray that you have a relationship with him. Everybody else, I wish the same for you. Hope the same for you. If you, by the way, we never say this on the show, but if you need something for us to pray about for you, let us know. Mizani and I were talking about that the other day, and we meant to bring that up. Maybe next week we'll, put it in the prayer requests, and if you got a hardship or you're at a place where you just could use some help, somebody talk to God on your behalf, let us know. We talk to Jesus all the time, and we will rhyme for you. That was bad. Bars. But yeah, thanks for watching this episode of the Ask Big Van Show. Put your prayer requests in the comments below if you have any. We will pray for you. And thanks for watching. God bless you. See you next week. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Hey everybody, this is Big Van, and if you'd like to watch our show live, then you must subscribe and follow so that it alerts you when we're on the air. Be sure to check out the links below for some live show time and some very cool products so you can have your own conversation starters. We can't wait to see you and your questions and comments on the next live Ask Big Van show.